All right, Coach, got a weekend of NCHC play on the road under the belt. Obviously, good start, not the finish on Saturday night that you wanted. What do you take out of the first weekend going into a home series against a talented North Dakota team?
Well, recapping our weekend, I thought Friday we played really well and very structured and very process-oriented, and I thought our execution was very good. We didn't give Omaha much Friday. When we did give some chances, Larkin was very good in that, and I thought Saturday it was flipped. I thought Omaha did a great job in taking it to us early. We got out to the early lead, but I thought Larks made some huge saves to keep us in it, and our power play bailed us out in the first period. But certainly our discipline and our attention to detail and focus was not as good as it was Friday. And as we know in our conference, when you're not detail and process-oriented and executing at a high level, you're gonna teams are going to make you pay for it, and Omaha certainly did. So my credit goes to them, and something for us to continue to get better at and something to learn. But we got to turn the page and get ready for a very good North Dakota team. I got a chance to watch them quite a bit here, and very good team. I don't think they have anything other than a real good structured team in terms of their lines look all the same. They play hard. They play within themselves. They play a really good brand of hockey, and you have to be ready to go. They got a lot of depth up front. Their defense is very good. Their goaltending's been solid. Well-coached team, and no different than the message we tell our guys every week. You got to bring your A game, and that's what we're going to do.
So after learning about this information about North Dakota, what are your focuses this week specifically preparing for them?
Again, I think for us, it's now the time of the year where your timing needs to be good and your detail and habits need to be sharp and on point. And if you're doing those things during the week, usually you bring them into the games on Friday and Saturday, and at that point, then it's a matter of executing better than your opponent.
What did Omaha do on Saturday to attract so many penalties from your team?
I don't know that they did anything other than we weren't disciplined. We weren't focused on what we needed to do, and we let our emotions get the best of us at times. And I thought we took some careless penalties because we were out of position and not playing the way we needed to play. I think you still have to give the opponent a lot of credit for coming out and playing really good hockey and desperate hockey, and they had a real sense of urgency to everything that they did. So we have to learn to deal with that and understand it, and fight back and be just as diligent as they are in terms of our urgency and our desperation. I didn't think we did that Saturday night. So it was a combination of a lot of things, but a good learning experience for our team, and we have to move forward.
Your newcomers who have an NCHC series under their belt, how important is that when you're playing a pretty veteran-heavy North Dakota team?
Well, again, I think we talked about it last week. I think the question was whether we think or I think that they're freshmen anymore, and I don't. And this weekend was just another series to solidify the fact that they know what they need to do to get ready. At some point it comes down to self-accountability, a self-assessment, a responsibility that you have as an individual in the locker room to be ready to compete, to be ready to execute, to focus on the details. And it's the word accountability sometimes gets lost on self-accountability. Everybody wants to talk about accountability in the team, but ultimately, if you're not accountable to yourself, then how can you be accountable to the team? So to me, it comes down to managing your own thoughts as an individual, managing your own performance, because you're the one that's doing it, and you have to understand that every day that you come to work, that you come to the rink, you have to try to be your best and get better. And in doing so, you're going to push the envelope with the team, and everybody is pushing in the right direction, then the team gets better, and ultimately you have some success. So to me, it all starts with the individual.
How has the energy coming from your team changed from the beginning of the season versus now?
Well, I think our energy's been great. I haven't seen anything but. I think everybody comes to the rink with a smile, with an opportunity to get better, and I think our leadership's done a really good job of making sure that for the most part, we're ready to go every day, and the hour and a half that we're here as a team, and however long we practice on the ice is quality work, and they're having fun. I mean, ultimately, you got to have a sense of passion and fun to what you do, so that you can continue to get better.
You talked about this last week, but did you see that emotional investment this weekend amidst a tie?
I did. It's funny because sometimes when you have a team that's so emotionally invested, sometimes it goes overboard a little bit, and our guys want it. Our guys are they're a very close team. They take challenges very well. They push each other. Sometimes the emotions of the game and the investment that need to be under control, and sometimes they get a little bit out of whack. I thought Saturday maybe we didn't have the great start, but I thought our emotions got a little bit away from us. But I still think our team's emotionally invested in what we do, and you have to be. We just got to channel it in the right way.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Hi, Grant. Team comes back home for a big series against North Dakota. Pretty early in the year to be playing them, but second weekend of conference play. I guess what's the mindset of the team this week coming into a home series after starting off the weekend strong and maybe not ending the way you wanted it to?
Yeah, I don't think we played the way we wanted to play on Saturday night, and it showed on the scoreboard. So for us, just getting back here, getting back to work, getting together, collectively as a group, and figuring out the things we did wrong on Saturday night, how we're going to fix those things, and then obviously, meet with the coaching staff, putting together a game plan to beat North Dakota on Friday and Saturday night this weekend. We know they're a good team, they're structured, they have skill, they bring a little bit of everything to the table, so we know we're going to have to be ready to play, and we're looking forward to the challenge. As
a captain, what do you say to your team after this weekend?
That's pretty tough. I think on Saturday night, the game plan would have worked if we would have executed. So ultimately, it's on the players, it's on the captains, it's on everybody in the room, to be ready to play. And to be honest, Omaha took it to us. I don't think we came out with the intensity and the battle level and the focus we needed to compete, at a high level. And on top of that, we took 10 penalties. And anytime you take 10 penalties, you're not going to have a chance to win games. So. It's tough, but we just got to bounce back. We got to focus on, the things we do best, focus on our identity, which is the brotherhood and holding each other and ourselves accountable. And if we do that, we'll be fine.
Kind of going off of that, how is the team trying to reset from the loss on Saturday, looking forward to this weekend?
I think at this point, we say we have a 15-minute rule. You reflect on it for 15 minutes, and then you try to let it go and let the emotions go, and you got to focus on getting better and getting back to the things that, like I said, we do best. And we've talked about it a lot, playing with speed, playing with intensity, playing with a really high battle level and a high compete level, and basically just doing the things it takes to win in this league, which, comes down to being consistent, throughout all those things. And, that's our focus right now. We're not going to, sit here and worry about the past, worry about Saturday night. We talked about the things that we can do better, the things that are going to help us here in the future, and, we're going to move on from it.
Where is the team's energy right now?
I think it's good. I mean, Mondays are Mondays. I mean, everyone knows how that goes. It was a long weekend and a long day of travel, Saturday night and Sunday morning. But, obviously take today and had a shorter practice, just kind of let the bumps and bruises heal and, try and get refreshed. And then, we'll go back to work tomorrow and, we'll finish off this week strong and get ready for Friday.
I was going to say, how big of a benefit is to play North Dakota at home after your long road trip this past weekend?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, anytime you can play at home, I mean, everyone knows we have a great fan base and a great student section that brings you energy no matter what. So, put the bumps and bruises, and, if you're tired, you put it aside, and, the fans bring that energy for you. And, we love playing at home, obviously. I mean, that's an advantage, right? I mean, no matter, who you're playing against, North Dakota, anyone else, it's an advantage to play at home. So we're excited to be back. Just get back to work here and get ready for Friday.
Thanks, Grant.
Thank you.